Eli here. Today we're going to talk about the Forbidden Trove. The Forbidden Trove is a third-party Discord that is set up to make trading easier in Path of Exile. Things like buying in bulk, harvest craft trades, map rotations, and buying and selling entire builds. These are some of the things you can trade for in this Discord. In this video, I want to go over the basics of how you would go about buying and selling, and some of the things you want to watch out for when you're doing so. Let's start with the very basics. This Discord is run off of a vouch system, so if you're selling a craft or selling something, a service, whatever, then you're the one that would get vouched. As you can see here, we have trusted at 20 separate people, 20 unique people giving you a vouch. Awakened is 50, Exalted is 200, and Ascended is 500. We can see this reflected in one of the selling and buying channels. As you can see here, Risen 30 is an Exalted. We can see that at a glance because of the bright color green that they have. NDM is a Trusted, and Yippee is a Awakened. On the other hand, someone who hasn't hit 20 yet, like Mr. Anderson here, is going to appear as a white name. This channel here, the Services Vouches channel, is where you go to give that +1 vouch to other people that you purchased from. You can just do the @ symbol and locate their name in the list that pops up, and then type in whatever it is that happens. So in this case, Lion M86 gave Maui a remove add caster harvest craft. And so once the trade was complete and Maui got their item back, they came here and did the @ symbol for Lion and put in a note as to what happened. Before we get into an example of a buy and a sell, the services ladder here is where we can go to check their trusted score. So as you can see here, you type !V and then hit space and then locate their name, their Discord name. And once you do that, you can see this person, their Discord account, age, and then their member duration for this trading Discord, and the highest roll they've gotten. You can see they've got 15 users to vouch them in Ritual, and they have 17 total vouches. So they've given some users more than one service. We'll break this down in a little bit more detail after these two examples. Our first example, we're going to buy a harvest craft for this item. Now, for anyone who isn't sure what they're looking at here, we have a item level 84 Shaper Crusader base with +2 to level of all spell skill gems. I am trying to get +3 lightning gems as part of the prefix set here. That's the next step. I have suffixes cannot be changed. I have crafted this in such a way that only one modifier, one prefix modifier, can be altered. So this is in a good state to continue crafting and throwing harvest crafts into. And if we look on the trade site, we can see that a similar item like this is around 20 exalts. I have this further set so that it's good to go in terms of just slamming remove add lightning for the +3. So maybe it's worth a little bit more. It also has the suffixes can't be changed. So, this one's primed and ready. It's worth a fair bit of exalts. As such, we're going to be looking for someone who has a pretty good reputation. So what does that process look like? First, we're going to come here, we're going to go to Harvest, Want to Sell, Remove Add in RSC, because we're in Softcore Ritual. We can take one of two paths. The first one, we can come up here and say REM space add space light, and we can take a look and see what comes up. That's a white name. I'm looking for someone that has a pretty high trusted score, so no white names. And let's see, Want to Sell, no, that's not what we're looking for. Remove Add light, 3x, maybe. It's a little expensive. Usually it's around 2 exalts, so maybe we'll keep looking. And we'll kind of keep searching through. And in this case right here, I'm going to kind of abandon because this was 544. That was 25 minutes ago. Pretty unlikely that they still have it. So going through this list and seeing if there's anyone that kind of matches your criteria is one way to go. Another one is simply to watch this list as it comes up. And right here, remove add light. I saw them pop up, they're a green name, so we're going to see if they still have it. They sent that out, this minute, so it's 2 exalts. We'll see. They should ping us back here shortly. So that person didn't message us back. I'm going to go ahead and assume that someone else got it. So I'm going to message this other person who is selling the same craft for 2.5 exalt. And that person did not message us back, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that someone else got to them first. I'm going to wait here and find a suitable seller, and we'll cut to that. All right, so we've got someone here. The IGN question mark is in-game name, so I'm going to say, have a very nice day, which is my character's name. And while he does that, send the invite, I am going to go up to services ladder, type in V, and put in their name, jump to present, and they have been here a long time. They do a lot of crafts. This person is trustworthy. So we are going to grab this. I think it was 2 exalts. I don't exactly remember. So we grab our item, we grab our payment, and we hop over into their hideout here. And we give them the item that we want modified. And they are going to message us and say, probably link the item, say remove add light, confirm, or just say aria light confirm. And we type back confirm or +1 or plus sign, some kind of an affirmative to make sure everyone's on the same page. Is it 2x cost? I forget. And I missaw. Let's find this person's stash. There we go. And we'll grab 5 more chaos. And we'll go back to our trade. And there is our item back. Thank you, we'll vouch. So people usually ask for you to vouch, and we're going to do that right now just to make sure we don't forget while I'm doing this video. Them RA light, and my job is done, and that trade is over with. People will ask for you to vouch. It's a pretty common thing, even though in the rules of the Discord you must vouch if someone successfully did the trade. Either way, it's just a common thing. People say please vouch or please don't forget. And if you do forget, it's not uncommon. Someone will ping you because vouches are valuable. People want to be trustworthy. Another way that we can go about doing this is we can go into the Harvest Want to Buy section, and we could put in Want to Buy Soft Core, remove Add Lightning, and then put in the offer amount that I want to pay people. That is another perfectly legitimate way to do it, but for the purposes of this video, I decided to just watch the Want to Sell list. So now let's do an example of selling a craft. I'm going to pick Augment Defense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to say Aug Defense, just to give me an idea of what other people are selling for, right? This is a third-party Discord. There is no set price of what a craft is worth, so I can list it for whatever I want to. But I have an idea of what other people in the market are listing it for, just like in normal Path of Exile, so that I can undercut them a little bit and sell it fast, because that's what I want to do right now. So let's see what we can find out from this list. So we'll hit enter, and Aug Defense, 1 Exalt, Softcore, 70 Chaos for Aug Defense, Standard, we don't want that, 1 Exalt. I mean, it seems pretty, Aug Defense Lucky is 3 Exalts, maybe. Maybe he sold that, maybe they didn't. 1 Exalt, it looks, 1 Exalt seems to be a pretty standard price. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to go down here, and we'll say, want to sell Softcore Aug Defense, and I want to sell this, so I'm just going to list it at 80 Chaos, and see what happens. So it looks like we're not getting any hits, so I'm going to put in my name, and we're going to go back to this post, and you know what? I just want to sell this. So let's change this and make it 60 Chaos. And in theory, someone else who is scouring for Aug Defense is going to go and search, and they will see my updated post with 60 Chaos. Alright, I decided to add a couple different ones, and they want to buy Aug Attack. Okay. My name, have a very nice day. So I'll tell them that. I don't need to check their status because they're not asking me for a collateral of any kind. So we're going to wait and let them message us. And there they are. Yep. And we will invite them. The person selling the craft or selling the item is usually the one that is going to invite, because they may have other people at once that they are dealing with. And so we will let them, we can trade to them, they might trade to us, but we can say add attack, confirm. So we link the original base item, and they confirm that, so we'll put that in here. Augment, add attack, and we will craft And here you go. There's the item. Please vouch, and thank you. And there it is. That is all there is to it. Now we just wait, and we should be seeing a +1 here notification. And there it is, services vouches. And we can go all the way down here. There we are. So how do we avoid potential scams in this semi-unregulated third-party Discord? That is an excellent question. Avoiding scams relies a lot on you having all of the information that you need at your disposal. One of those ways is by going into the services ladder and checking that person's current reputation. So this is an easy one right here. This person has 251 days as a member of this Discord. Their Discord account is almost 1900 days old, so this is their main account, right? They have a ton of past activity. Past services, 132 total vouchers. In this league alone, they have 74. They're an awakened service provider. This person is highly unlikely to scam you. Let's juxtapose that against this account here. 27 days old for their Discord account and 21 days old as a member of TFT. This is a little alarming to me because this person made a new account entirely and then shortly after joined this Discord. If I'm asking them to craft on a very expensive item, I might ask them for collateral. So for example, with my staff, I would take a look at it and say, okay, it is roughly 20 to 25 exalts in value right now. Let's take a look at what it would be valued at if it hit that +3, whatever that is, whatever that number is. Let's say it's worth 100 exalts, just for an example, right? So it shoots up from 25 exalt item to 100 exalt item. And then we have this person who is very new to the Discord. Even though they have a lot of vouchers, they're still very new as an account, which means they don't really have a lot to lose if they were to get an item that was worth a buttload of exalts. So I might go to them and say, you know what, I'm going to need 40 exalts as a collateral. And here's the thing, neither of us has to do this trade, right? It's not critical that I get this exact person to roll remove add lightning on this staff right now. Or maybe I decide, you know what, even with 40 exalts, I just don't trust you. I just don't want to do it. Just wait and find someone else who has a higher reputation, who's been around the Discord a long time, whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable engaging in the process. Another common thing that I could do is if I was asking for someone to run that remove add lightning craft on my staff, I could ask them to come into one of these channels down here. If we scroll down, any one of these channels, say, hey, hop over to Service Stream 9. I'd like you to stream what you're doing. This allows me to make sure that they have the craft. Usually when people stream, they'll go ahead to their hoarder crafting station and show you that they actually have it, just as a good faith action. And that gives me the ability to then go ahead and record that interaction with OBS, for example, which then gives you proof to provide to a moderator if that person does actually scam you. And this kind of gets to the crux of the environment here on the TFT Discord, which is a sense of if you want to scam somebody, you're going to have to find someone that both has an extremely valuable item and has not done any of their due diligence to look at you as a member of the Discord. There are tools that we have available to us to figure out how old your account is, your main account and your membership, as well as how many vouchers from different people you've gotten. You can ask for collateral, you can record. You have to hit a perfect storm to scam someone out of an extremely valuable item because that person also has to be either naive enough or unfamiliar enough with the TFT Discord, but also have an item worth getting your account potentially banned for. This is an unlikely set of circumstances. In my personal experience, most people are not interested in scamming. The vast majority of players just want to sell their items in an efficient way for a fair price. And I hope that that is a fair enough statement to make, even though we are on the internet. Another tool you have access to is to go to the Path of Exile site and look at that person's account. You can get their account information like we got here when I invited the person. You can see what their account name is. Plug that into the view profile URL that I'm showing you here, and you can see basic information about them. This person that we traded with joined in 2017, so they have a pretty old account. They have 106 achievements completed. They have 17 in the current Ritual League. This means that this person is not a newly created account, which is mostly what you're looking for as a high potential for scamming. This on top of the person having a character that is not ascended or low level, because harvest crafts only appear in maps. So someone with a level 17 on an account that was created yesterday, you probably don't want to trade with this person. So there it is, a quick rundown of the Forbidden Trove Discord, how it works, how you go about protecting yourself from potential scammers, and all that good stuff. If you found this video helpful, you like what I'm doing here, hit like, hit subscribe, that helps me out a lot. Leave a comment, that's even better. I love interacting with you guys. And until next time, this is Eli signing off.